What up everyone, it's your man Xman87 here, bringing you another Marvel Legends news video, and what I have for you today is a recap of the 2025 MCM London Comic Con Marvel Legends reveals. Before we get into everything, if you could please leave a thumbs up, like rating on the video, it'll help show your support for my channel and I greatly appreciate it. Now with that said, let's talk about it. Kicking things off was rounding out the rest of the Retro Spider-Man wave for 2026, and it is the Owl. This is a first time in the line, and I know he's one of those obscure Spider-Man villains I heard some people say they wanted, so that's good to see him in the line. I'm all for expanding the Spider-Man Rogues Gallery. He's comprised of new parts mostly. I think the only reuse are the pants. The shirt looks funny though. I don't think that's a reused torso. It looks new, but his shoes and double jacket are definitely new. Single jointed arms. Why are they still doing that on the jackets? It's like they pick and choose what jacket type arms get double or single. Double always looks better, and this could have easily been done with double. Hopefully they get good range on these, because you know sometimes single jointed arms do get some good range. It all depends. The head sculpt is fantastic on this guy. For accessories, he's got swappable hands, one with the little baby Wolverine claws, and then the other with the long creepy fingers out. He does come with a cute little owl pet accessory, so that's pretty cool. All in all, it's pretty decent. It's cool to get another mob boss type character for our Spider-Man mythos on display. Next up is the Hypno Hustler. Yeah, I'm not excited for this one at all. I think I told you guys that I ranked this villain as one of the lamest characters in Marvel. Just the worst Spider-Man villain ever, along with Stiltman. So now Marvel Legends made the two characters that I can't stand the most, but despite my disdain for the character, I can always separate my feelings of characters in figure form, and the figure came out to be pretty funkadelic, which is what you would want in a Hypno Hustler if you were looking forward to him. The head sculpt is spot on with the hypnotic swirly visor and his afro. He's mostly Vulcan body with new add-on layers like his collar, shoulder pads, and his belt. I thought these boots were reused from the Neo Armor Iron Man or Arcade Sentinels, but they look new. At the very least, probably retooled, as they have some new layered textures on them. You can see the ports on the tip of his toes to add some boost effects to them, so he could speed moonwalk, I guess. I don't know. But yeah, he has that for accessories, smoke effects too, a microphone, his pink guitar, and alternate guitar playing hands, which I believe one of them is holding a guitar pick. I won't get this right away. I refuse to pay almost $30 for this at the jump, so I'll just wait for a good sale price on Amazon, because I would still need this to build out my Spider-Man Rogues Gallery. I want to get every Spider-Man villain that ever existed in Marvel Legends. That's the goal. So they are doing the Spider-Venom figure from the recent Venom War comics, where he wields these symbiote chains instead of the traditional webs. When this was first rumored, I thought it was going to be like a symbiote takeover suit where the black can be painted or texturized, crawling over Spider-Man's classic suit. But this is one of his better looking costumes in black. I think this is on the Amazing Fantasy book. He's got a few accessories with him, so 3 sets of hands with your standard fists, whips, and crawlers like we normally get. He comes with a chain accessory, which I believe is reused from the AOA Wild Child figure. Not a bad reuse here, although I wish they painted it in black, like how it appears in one of the comic covers. I think a black chain would have accentuated the costume more so here and looked better as a whole. Then lastly, we get a new Peter Parker head, a much meaner looking Peter Parker head that would match his symbiote influence attitude, and that's about it. This one is going on my Venom shelf display for sure. Then the very last figure to round out that retro Spider-Man wave is Uncanny Spider-Man Nightcrawler. I remember saying this is one I wanted to see immediately in Marvel Legends when Marvel first revealed that Nightcrawler would carry the mantle of Spider-Man back in 2023. It's one of the coolest things Marvel ever did for both X-Men and Spider-Man lore here. He just looks so badass, and I figured they would reuse the Nightcrawler book because that's just an easy repaint for Hasbro here, but it gets the job done. I love the head sculpt with Nightcrawler's elf ears sticking out. Same tail as before, so no bendy wire. For accessories, we get all the Nightcrawler hands rehashed here. We get a sword and a small, tiny little purple bamf effect. I wish it was something bigger than what we got here. I wanted something where we can have him jumping through a big bamf effect, but they'll probably save that for a maximum Nightcrawler. So we'll just have this one for now, and there's still ways you can utilize this for any of you photographers out there. Honestly, I love this. The black and red decal looks so damn sharp, and it's my favorite reveal of the day. No pre-order info on these yet, but they'll be priced the same as the other figures in the wave at $27.99 each. Moving on over to some X-Men goodness. Check this out. This is something I mentioned not too long ago that I figured we would be getting. A Diamond Form Emma Frost. It's a reuse from the Astonishing X-Men one, not the classic version. They did this back in 2007, I believe, during Hasbro's first run with the Marvel Legends line. We all knew that was a terrible ass figure, so Dwight wanted to right that wrong here. Yes, it is much better than that one. I don't think you'll get any argument from anyone there. But I do have a slight problem with this. Maybe bigger than slight. Maybe a huge problem. But is it me, or does anyone think she looks invisible more so than a diamond? It looks like Invisible Woman is cosplaying Emma Frost here. Because that's what I'm getting here. She looks invisible. She doesn't have that crystallization that she should have. Everything's just clear and translucent. There's no diamond texture or some shimmery paint that would stand out and sell it as diamonds. Crystar looks more diamond than her. That's what they should have emulated here, to be honest. She's got some accessories here, like an alternate head, opened hands, one fist, and one C-grip hand to hold what is a Danger Room manual book, and the other is a binder of some sort that says Mutant Pathogen Research. I like little details like that. Now, if you pay close attention, I noticed the characters on the upper left corner on the packaging, you'll see has Onslaught, Cannonball, and Cypher with Emma. Is this a clue for the next Retro series? Maybe. I know there's a Retro Deluxe Onslaught rumored, so that'll mean it's going to be like other BAF re-releases where they get a few additional accessories like extra hands, heads, or effects. Anyways, like I said, they could have done so much better with this diamond form. I'll wait to reserve my full judgment to see if it looks better on hand, but I can only go off what I see here. And from what I see here, I'm not that impressed. Hopefully, if they make a classic version, they'll get it right by then by taking a page out of their Crystar figure. No release info yet, other than it'll be a Target exclusive. Again, another Target exclusive. Seems like Target is getting all the Retro X-Men exclusives. The price will most likely be $27.99 since that's now the standard pricing for individual Marvel Legends. So releases to be determined, and stay tuned for more info. Gamerverse X-Men Retro Arcade Sentinel recolors. This was something I mentioned that was a high possibility a year ago when the first Arcade Sentinels were revealed, and that is the recolored shaders the Sentinels appeared in the retro game. I knew this was going to happen. So we got two different Sentinels with two different colorways. We got the one Sentinel in the green and purple deco, and the second one in the red and blue deco. Now, there are a few more other colors, but I'm happy they actually made the green ones because those are the ones I'm going to use as my Age of Apocalypse Sentinels on my AOA shelf. So I'll probably trade some of the red-blue figures for some green ones. At least that'll be my substitute for now until they ever make a big AOA Sentinel as maybe like a made-to-order item one day. Don't see that happening anytime soon, but you never know. Sentinels always sell. Red and blue ones will probably go with my Capcom figures for now until I get an actual Marvel vs. Capcom Sentinel Deluxe figure. Same accessories as before, so nothing new added here. They still got the Blast Effects color wrong, as it should be blue. Overall, I still like this because I have a purpose for it on my shelves, and Sentinels always makes for the best Marvel Legends figures. No pre-order info on these yet, but I think they're going to be another Hasbro Pulse exclusive. And for the teaser, they still teased the last teaser from New York Comic Con, but this time added more to it with some blast-off effects. Now, some people are saying it's Smart Hulk, and I could probably see why. Some are saying it'll be for the Gamerverse Marvel Rivals Iron Man because of his micro-missile barrage attack in the game. I could see that too. I even went back to play the footage of his intro, and the missiles do look similar, especially when you look at the butt of the missile. Almost has that rigid shape around the ends. So you can see here I logged into my game and I am playing the video in slow motion here so you can get an idea. So do you think it's this? Because the accessory is too straightforward where the effect would have to be splayed out shooting from the back, but you could see the micro missiles taking shape. So I don't know, it could very well be that, as Marvel Rivals figures are needed now. Don't know why I didn't think of this as a possible option, knowing that I play the game almost every night. But also, I don't think it's Marvel Rivals at the same time because the accessory effect is in red. And in the game here, you can see it's a blue color. So that kind of eliminates this as a candidate. Maybe they plan on doing a Maximum Iron Man or Maximum War Machine. I don't know. While it could still be that, I still think the display before with the hammer was trying to paint a picture, because why put that hammer there? The X-Force Grizzly hammer is what I'm referring to. It looks like it's laid out like the trading card. I still think it's X-Force Grizzly from when I talked about it last time. Go check out my New York Comic Con reveal recap video if you haven't. Not gonna repeat myself again, but I don't know, man. It could be two teasers in the one photo where it could be a Marvel Rivals Iron Man or Smart Hulk, but still be Grizzly 2 with that hammer blaster. I saw Dan Yoon post on his IG. Not Dan Yoon. Dan Who. I'm getting my Dans mixed up. There's so many Dans in this hobby. Dan Who posted on his Instagram of the little missiles attached to the blast-off VFX. But this doesn't look like it would attach to a Marvel's... Let's say if it is a Marvel Rivals Iron Man, right? It just doesn't look like it'll attach to that, because it would have to be plugged to his back and it would have more of a flat curvature shape to it. Plus, I didn't even see Iron Man on the leaked list for Marvel Rivals unless I missed it. But this has the shape to where it looks like it attaches to a gun. And I don't mean not just some small gun, like a large cannon-like rifle. You know what I mean? Or like that hammer blaster which Grizzly uses. I'm still sticking to my guns with an X-Force Grizzly. If I get it wrong, oh well, it's still fun to speculate. When I was watching Dan Who's live stream, as he was there in attendance at MCM London Comic Con, Dwight mentioned that the final piece of the teaser will be shown at Lucca, Italy Comic Con next week. I believe that's on Wednesday, the 29th. So whatever that figure is might fully be revealed by then. Alright, to wrap up my final thoughts of the show, not too bad. I didn't expect 6 reveals today for London. I thought we would be here talking about 2 to 3 figures because MCM is one of the much smaller scale Comic-Cons, but hey, the more the merrier here on a Saturday. The Owl came out pretty cool. Hypno Hustler was surprisingly decent. Spider Venom is not that bad and helps bolster my Venom shelf. Uncanny Spider-Man Nightcrawler was hands down the best reveal for me today. Freaking awesome looking figure. Honestly, I would have been happy if that was the only reveal today. But then new Diamond Form Emma is still welcome to my collection, though I wasn't fully happy with the execution. I still want a Diamond Form Emma in my collection, and the Retro Arcade Sentinel recolors were to be expected, and I have my use for them on the shelves. So all in all, the showing today was alright. Wasn't bad. It was what it needed to be and didn't overstay its welcome, but gave us more than expected. Didn't need to be more than 3, but they gave us 6, so that's generous of them to do so. Not just for us at home, but for those in attendance that can actually feel like they mean something and not just brushed off with like, yeah, here's just one reveal and that's all you get because you're not New York or San Diego. So it's cool that collectors elsewhere are getting treated better to these shows. I'll grade today's reveals, I would say a C+. I would give it somewhere between a solid C+, B-. Let's see what they reveal at Lucca, Italy, and I got you covered here. I don't know if they'll be doing a special reveal for 1027, so we'll see. Normally their 1027 reveal is just like 1, maybe 2 or 3 figures. It's nothing big, but they canceled post-con, so I'm not sure if they canceled 1027. I haven't heard anything about that yet, but if you have, let me know. I hope they do 1027 reveals because I don't think there's anything for November. November is usually slow or no show for reveals when it comes to Marvel Legends, so it's going to be a long month without reveals until the end of the year fan stream in December. But so far for the month of October, it's been really good for reveals for the Marvel Legends line. Now I kick it back to you. What do you guys think about today's reveals? What was your favorites and least favorites? Has your guesses changed for that teaser now that you got another look at an additional piece? Comment below, let me know, we'll chat about it. Thanks for watching another Marvel Legends news video. Please follow me on Instagram if you haven't already at xman87. Hit the notification bell so you always know when my latest videos are up. Share and subscribe if you're new. See you on the next video. Peace.